What's up? How you doing? Here we are. Beautiful day today. Beautiful day. Today there's a slight breeze. Mama's boy going by. Slight breeze, about 3.64 miles per hour. Not that bad. Perfect temperature. So we're gonna do a little cooking here. We have olive oil, good stuff here. Olive oil. We have a little bit of butter here. Raw boiler onions in here. In here. Leek. Guess it's one, it's leek. If it's many, it's leeks. I think it's all leek. I don't know. So we use the bottom portion of this. The top, I don't know. I'll replant it and let it grow. My pan is over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna chop these things up, put them in a pan, saute them, mix them up with my mixer. And over here I have, so this right here this growing up was my favorite orange juice producer, Tropicana, but this specific one here. And my father would get a different brand because that's what they had in the store that he would go to. Every day my father would visit this little convenience store and he would get whatever we needed, small stuff, you know, and then once a week or every so often we'd get the big stuff. So he would go in there and they had the other brand and he would bring it home, which was very good. But this one here was the premium one for me. And I remember every once in a while we would be in a grocery store that had that, and I would grab it immediately. That was like special occasion orange juice. And one thing, you know, I would get the big glass, you know, and fill it up to the top and drink it. I could probably go through a half a gallon a day, easy. Even more if it was bigger, you know. If they brought me a gallon, I'd probably drink that. I was a big orange juice drinker in those days. Now, not so much. I have it once in a while, like now. But back then I used to have it all the time. So my father would make a pit stop after work. He'd stop by this little store, and he'd bring me the half gallon, and it would be good for a day. Next day, do the same thing. And generally what I would do is if I was watching a television show or if I was, you know, watching Saturday morning cartoons, I would be drinking the orange juice. So it's almost done. I bought this yesterday. And I'll tell you this, every once in a while you would be visiting a family member, I don't know, cousin, aunt, something, or a friend of the family's, right? Delicious. It's like the best orange juice. And they would always say, hey, would you like something to drink? And I would say, sure. And they'd say, well, what do you want? Do you want Coke? And I didn't drink any Coke back then. Do you want Coke? Do you want water? Do you want, they'd list a few things, and then they'd say, do you want some orange juice? I'd say I'd have some orange juice. And when I would see this, I'd be very excited. But I will tell you that everywhere I would go for orange juice, when I would ask for a beverage, they would bring me this teeny weeny glass, about that big, like 6 ounces. And they'd fill it up, and they made it sound like it was a big deal. I'm like, that little thing, give me the big glass, fill it up to the top. Anyway, so I'm a big fan of Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice, never from concentrate. So So good. So good. Anyway, all right. Got the garlic here. Big fan of garlic. The knife. So we cut the bottom here. And this, by the way, is related to onions. So they're like cousins. Alright. You can smell the onion. It's like somebody stuck an onion in there. Put that to the side. And we chop this up. Very tender. Very tender. Chop it up in little cubes. And put it in the bowl. All right. Take an onion now. I know there's a trick to these where you squeeze it and the skin comes off, but you know they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and at the same time they say you're never too old to learn. Maybe the tricks only apply to dogs, I don't know, but you know, the older you get, plasticity, brain plasticity starts to fade early on in life. I know there's some medication for seizures that they have that as a off-label use, it restores partial plasticity. So, nice little onions here. We're going to cut them up. Doing laundry inside. I'll pull one more. Oh, they say squeeze it somehow. Comes right off. Nice breeze. I feel like I'm trying to split a deck of cards or something. All right. Now, that's enough of that. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff and to wash the leeks, and I'll be back in a flash. All right, I am back. So, we are going to put a little bit of olive oil in here. Too much, never enough. I'll put a little bit more if it's necessary. Don't be cheap with the olive oil. We wait for it to get a little warm. You know, I was thinking in my mind about these people that exist that believe the earth is flat. I don't know in the year 2025 how that's even possible. And then you go, okay, why would NASA make it up? Why would they say it's a sphere if it's really flat, right? What's the benefit? And I don't know what their answer is to that. What's the conspiracy here? Do they need to keep us believing that the earth is flat for a reason? And, you know, at first, I thought they were joking. And maybe some are. Maybe some are joking, but I think the majority of them are very serious that the earth is flat. I mean, there's many ways to disprove that, but we are living in the year 2025, and I think that has been what are we going back in time? That has been disproven a long time ago. Matter of fact, ancient Greeks, the educated ones, I'm not talking about the peasants or anything, but the ones that had a little bit of, knowledge, they knew the earth was a sphere. They knew it back then. So I don't know how today people in 2025 believe that the earth is flat. And like I said, why the cover-up? There is no cover-up. Everything else is a sphere, but the earth is flat. What is it, like a flat rock you cook on? So I find that ridiculous and amusing at the same time. So just cook it up a bit. Don't burn it. And then there's this video where I guess they're scientists or something. There's a group of people that are scientists that know the earth is not flat. It's a sphere. And then there's the other momos that have somehow been brainwashed to believe the earth is flat. And they're debating, and the arguments are just asinine. Asinine arguments. Asinine. Smells delicious. I mean, people have all sorts of weird views. You run into somebody and they start telling you what they really believe about things, about reality, about how we came to be, and all of that, and very strange. Not everybody, but there's a lot of weird beliefs. And they get reinforced, you know. It's a tribal thinking. If you hang around with like-minded people that have weird beliefs, it just gets reinforced. And then you get stuck believing it, thinking that that's the way it is. The flat earth, you know. Ridiculous. I think that's a flat. So a while ago I was in a store and I bought a non-stick pan. Had all the right things on it, you know. It said it doesn't have this, it's healthy. I said I want to get one of these, and I used it. 6 months later it sticks. I've washed it. I've used the baking soda vinegar solution, you know, went over it a bunch of times, rinsed it with hot water. There's a bee there, you know, and does absolutely nothing. Still sticks. Tried to make eggs this morning, and I had to get a chisel to get them out of that pan. Smells great. So this is going to be paired with steak. I have a prime, USDA prime steak inside. I let it sit. I put the salt yesterday. I let it sit overnight. It's been 24 hours and 8 minutes. And a bit I'm going to cook it in the pan. So nice. There's this breeze. It feels just perfect for your skin. Not cold, not hot. Just a feeling of well-being. I remember as a kid, 8th grade, my teacher one time, it was springtime, but a beautiful day out. Oh, LAPD with the helicopter. And teacher said, you know, why don't we all go downstairs outside in the beautiful weather and study there, which it's not really, you know, a place that you feel like studying. You just want to kick back and take a nap. So we went down there, beautiful, nice grass, and I got stung by a bee. And that was the last time. Oh no, it wasn't the last time. I got stung after that in high school. So that's 8th grade. So high school, my friend, his name was Mark, still around. And his sister had a car, one of those Buick Regals back then. And he came over and he was in the parking lot, chilling out. I saw him over there, so I went up. He goes, sit down. So I got in the front and I sat, and immediately I felt something sharp. I sat on a bee and it stung me in my leg in the back. I don't know how that bee got, you know, I mean, I sat quickly and how the bee flung around and got me, but it did. And that was the last time I got stung by a bee. Very annoying, you know. I mean, it's not that painful. You can take it, but, you know, a little bit annoying. And then another time, I was in a wooded area with a friend of mine. We had gone there to explore it's like a rock formation in the back, and we were climbing the rock. And I was in front, you know, and he was maybe like 15 feet lower down. And I look and I see there was an opening in the rock formation, and in that opening it was jam-packed with yellow hornets or black hornets, whatever they, you know, the wasps. So as I went to spin my head to tell my friend, hey, watch it, there's a wasp's nest right here. The words are coming out, you know, and all of a sudden on my shoulder, on this shoulder, a big one lands and puts the stinger inside, and it felt literally like somebody took a pen and just, you know, jammed it into my shoulder right here. And then what happened was it became red, and the middle was like a dot. It was like the galaxy with a black hole in the middle. So luckily I'm not allergic to bee stings. Otherwise, who knows? I'd have to get the EpiPen, but I'm not allergic. Clear skies today. I know another fire broke out yesterday, 11 o'clock. A lot of people, they don't understand when things are burning here. I'm not talking about the neighborhoods. I'm talking about the wilderness. It's not trees like you imagine in Maine or New Hampshire or Nova Scotia. or Colorado. It's not like that. It's shrubs, and the shrubs catch on fire. And those shrubs, within 2-3 years, everything's back again. So it's not like, you know, Yellowstone when it burned in '88, and it took a very long time for the trees to come back, because, you know, those take 30 years, whatever, to get to a good size. Different here. It's all shrubs and little plants and things like that. And then they start growing almost immediately back. Alright, so I'm going to get a plate, put these in. A little bit of flavor on the side, you know. Alright, I will be back. Alright, I am back. So, we're going to heat this up. Put a little bit of butter. A little bit of butter. A little bit of olive oil. I have some rosemary from Hong Kong, Fui. Look at that. Wow. Rich. Very rich. Put that there, get some flavor. Put a couple in there. Put a couple in here. Now these, don't leave them in too long. They burn, and I mean they dry out. So up to a point, get all the flavor out. You get the garlic over here. Now I'm not gonna peel the garlic. I don't want it to burn. I just want the flavor. Put that there. You can hear that nice sound when the oil is ready to go. And if my daughter was here, she'd love this steak here. You can smell that. It's very nice. I'll put another one there. So we got butter, olive oil, we have garlic, and we have rosemary, the telephone operator. And I have the steak right here. You can smell the garlic now when they're cooking. That's a tough job. Okay. Now we put the steak in. Ready to go. I even wrapped it in sheer energy. Very tender. You hear that? Gonna wash my hands a little bit because touch that. I don't want to touch everything. You know, some people, they touch chicken, meat, and then they touch the whole house. And then something happens, you don't feel well, and then they think, oh, that's you know, cold. No, food poisoning. I'll be right back in a flash. All right, I am back. Wash the hands. This smells nice. Garlic, rosemary, steak. You know, I'm really fascinated with going out to the mountains, to the top. The winter time, you know, when there's snow up there, and setting up a tent or pitching a tent and doing an overnighter. Bringing some steak. It's starting to jump. I can't stand that, you know. It's like, nice crust. Yeah, pitching a tent, doing the meal, lighting a fire. Although, you know, it's a little bit scary now to say lighting a fire in the woods. I'll tell you this though, it's not much of a problem to light a fire up on a mountain when there's a ton of snow all around you. And that's the only time we'll do that. You know, if I went, it would have to be, you know, about a foot of snow. And I've been up there with a lot of snow. Very dangerous, very slippery. So I would do that, and hopefully I could time it where a snowstorm comes in, and I'm in my tent at night with the snow piling up, and I have to hit the side to knock it off. But I'll tell you this, nobody in my family is interested in doing that. Nobody. Maybe my kids. My wife's definitely not interested in that. You know, it's like, I don't know. Think Bigfoot's gonna come by at night? That is so nice. Trying to do a 180. When I was a kid, some people, they got a hold of the degrees on a circle, and they would say something like say they believed in, for example, the Earth was flat, and then now they know it's a sphere, right? So they would say, well, I did a 360 on that, and I no longer believe that. And I'm like, you did a 360, you're back where you started from. I want to tell them 180, straight line, opposite way of the 360. So you do a 360, it means you didn't change at all. And another thing that would get on my nerves when, and a friend of mine would say this, I'm going to get a prescription to those magazines. I'm like, prescription? Subscription? That's a good crust. Perfect. Perfect crust. Give it some flavor. That is done. That is done. Should have brought the tongs. Shut it off. Alright, I'm going to clear this out, and I'll be back. Speed of light. Alright, I am back. The steak has been resting for about 3 minutes, and gonna try it out now, see what's going on here. Have the garlic here on the side, very soft now. Leeks, onions, and steak. Very nice. Very nice. Say this is medium well. Left it on for about a minute, two, but there is pink right there. I see pink right there. That's delicious. Very good flavor. Wow. That is so good. That is really flavorful. Very soft. Nice. Yeah, that's medium. Yeah, medium. I cut it there, pink. The flavor is rich, very, very good. Best place to have a meal, the beach, when it's not windy or go down with the sand is wet, and start a fire there, steak, even a good soup if it's chilly out. Good stuff. Medium, and maybe even a little medium rare, but medium. That's a good piece. Oh, look at that. Good flavor. That's perfect. Look at that. I still would like to go to a Japanese restaurant where they're doing it on the flat iron. I watched the videos, and they make it look like it's art of everything. Everything is perfect. They cut everything perfect. The knife is perfect. That big fork is perfect. The demeanor on the face of the chef, perfect. Everything perfect. No bickering. Wow, look at that. Oh, that's good. That is so good. Good. So that's it for now. Yeah, it's pink. It's I know I said it before, I know. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna finish eating here. And I may be back later. You never know. That's it for now. Ciao.